Hello and welcome, joyful viewers, to Healthy Living on Supreme Master Television. Traveling across the United States from Los Angeles to Washington, D.C., a group of 4 people were determined to uncover the truth behind milk in the documentary Got the Facts on Milk? Here with us today is the film's director, producer, and writer, Cheryl Lane, and sound mixer, Jennifer Ricciardi, to share with us some shocking facts about milk.
So how did you get the idea of venturing into this? Who was the main person who got the idea?
That would be me. In summer 2006, my allergies were increasing when I was here in America, and I'm allergic to milk and dairy products. And one day I walked into a school, and on the walls there were these big advertisements that were telling kids, oh, drink your milk and it will make you grow tall. And for girls, drink your milk, it will make you skinny. I was an actress and I was filming a film. And once I finished that film, I just called my manager, my agent, and I said, don't send me out to auditions anymore. I'm just going to drop everything and do this documentary. And that's how it started.
I'm allergic to milk as well. I don't have as severe as allergies as she does, but growing up as a kid, I always had ear infections. I always had, bronchitis. Every time winter would come, there'd be some sort of cold. I would always get sick. And I never made the connection until I was older. And then I stopped probably about 10 years ago, stopped drinking milk. And all of a sudden, I didn't get sick anymore.
An estimated 75% of adults worldwide are lactose intolerant. In some Asian and African countries, almost 90% of the population lacks the ability to digest lactose, resulting in abdominal symptoms such as stomach cramps, bloating, and gas.
It's completely normal to be lactose intolerant. Once we stop weaning, it's natural for our body to stop creating lactase, which is what breaks down the lactose. Lactose is the sugar in milk. Most people that are lactose intolerant cannot break it down, and then it just sits in the large intestine, and that's what creates gas and bloating and running to the toilet.
People don't get to know this information. The reason why they don't get to know it is because they're not making money off of broccoli. They're making money off cheese and macaroni. They're getting the money from that. The people are unhealthy. Then the unhealthy people are paying for all the health care services, which again drives our economy. Economics is such a major player in why we don't get to know this information.
In a study by Harvard University in the USA, hormones in milk have been shown to cause cancer, especially breast, prostate, and testicular cancer.
Hormones made to make something grow. That's what hormones do. RBGH, which is an injection that they give. It's like a stimulant. So the cow will create a 10% increase of milk. This has a number of effects. First of all, it raises the IGF-1 in the milk, which is a hormone that causes breast cancer. This is known. This reason alone is why nowhere else in the world are they allowed to inject RBGH into the cows. Second is when you're putting a lot of pressure, because now 10% more on the udder of a cow. So you're pushing the cow a lot more. What happens is then the cow gets mastitis, which is an infection in the udder. Because it's pushed and it's milked 3 times a day, this infection gets into the milk. It's called a somatic cell count. This is how the farmers count it. And this somatic cell count, it's pus, because it's just infection, it's in the milk.
So let's talk about the facts on milk.
Okay.
What did you find?
A lot. One fact is that milk does not help for the bones. The calcium in milk does not help build strong bones.
Why is that?
Well, because in milk you have protein and animal protein. You also have calcium, but you have animal protein. And what happens is when you consume animal protein, caffeine, and sodium, these three things, your blood becomes acidic. And for your body to buffer it and to bring it back down to its level, it has to take calcium from somewhere. And so it takes it usually from the bones. And we have a chart that the countries that consume the most milk are the countries that have the most osteoporosis and the most hip fractures. They have the weakest bones. It's actually opposite of what you would think. Yes, there is calcium in milk, but no, is it doing your body good? No.
You're watching Healthy Living here on Supreme Master Television. Please stay tuned for more on milk from the makers of the documentary film, Got the Facts on Milk? On today's Healthy Living, we have director Shira Lane and sound mixer Jennifer Ricciardi discussing about their documentary film. Geared towards the younger generation, the documentary, Got the Facts on Milk, reveals many myths about milk and sheds light on why it is so unhealthy for us to consume dairy products. For the filmmakers involved in the